Okay, so before we go too much further, what I'd like to do is just recap the fact that there is a lot of flexibility in the course. As you've seen, you come through the program as fast or slow as you like. Okay, so just to recap, as long as you've paid your fees, we will not kick you out of the program. You can stay in the program for as long as you like. In some cases, we've got students coming through for over a year or two while they're still studying. Okay, so recap, there is nothing more to pay. You can sit through the course for as long as you like. They're probably our most common questions. I also want to just, I suppose, emphasise the fact that this is not a magic course where you can come in for a week and go and get a job at the end of the week. There are courses out in the marketplace where you can pay a lot of money to go and do a one-week course, a one-day course, for example, in MYOB. Our experience is that those courses are not going to meet your requirements because, one, you'll probably forget what you learnt for a day, but secondly, you're not getting the work experience to both practice what you've learnt, but also, just as importantly, to be able to build up your resume. You will know from going through university that, from our experience, we haven't found any universities that teach payroll. None of them teach how to do a GST return. In most cases, you've never seen a BAS. The business fundamentals around things like what is a written device, what is a picking slip, how to do day-to-day fundamentals in even a low-level bookkeeping or assistant accountant role are simply not taught. The university focus tends to be on higher-level accounting concepts like activity-based costing, depreciation down to about 12 decimal points. The gap that they've left means that for those students that don't get themselves into a grad program, those students obviously have to go through a work industry, get some job experience, and then build up their career from there. However, if you go out into a very small business who may have 1 or 2 staff, they may be out in the suburbs somewhere, if you go to them and say, look, I've got no idea how to do payroll, so I can't pay your staff, I don't know what a GST return is, I don't know how it works, don't really know MYB that well, don't know some of the business fundamentals, like what is a remittance device, how do we process banking, things like that, then there's obviously very little to no chance that those employers are going to give you a shot over somebody who does have some experience. So what we need to do in clinical consulting is we're going to try and address that gap for you. We're going to allow you to be able to work through the first part of getting some experience at lower levels that's going to give you the building blocks in order to be able to progress your career. So we're going to now point you towards our building block architecture that's going to give you a quick example of this.